We're with the super producer, Rube Rice. Baltimore's own Rube Rice.
That's what it is.
Rube, it's been a minute, so what's been going on with you? What's up?
Man, yeah, it's been a minute, man. It's been a minute, but it's good to see y'all still rocking off. You know, doing great things. Man, business is booming. Life is booming. Music, shows, DJing, radio shows. Man, we're getting it in. We're getting it in at 2 nights.
That's what's up.
Yeah, you with the Baltimore Lean Show, right?
Yes, I am. The Baltimore Lean Show. Shout out to my girl Lean Baltimore, Miss Lavish, Diamond K. That's how it gets down.
So what you got going on currently with the Baltimore Lean Show?
Man, the Baltimore Lean Show, we just rebooted. I just got back on. I've been on there for a couple of years, but I left for a couple of years. And so I just got back on there in 2024. Moved to a nice studio up on Windsor Mill Road. It's now under Radio on Fire TV .com, owned and operated by DJ Diamond K, who also produces the show as well as many other shows that he's got going on. And we're just bringing the elements back to radio, live DJing, different kind of guests. We just had different topics on there. Man, we got a whole bunch of stuff that's coming up. We're gonna be doing some some LGBTQ shows. Of course, always got to do hip hop shows. Local politics, all that kind of stuff, man. So we're really rebooting and doing some other stuff besides, a whole bunch of relationship shit. But,
right.
Yeah, shout out to Diamond K. I started off radio with Diamond K.
Yeah, I mean, well, kids saying, well, you've been around everywhere. You've been everywhere. I don't think there's an entity that you have not been a part of. So yeah.
So then, how do you feel about the state, not just hip hop, but the state of music in general right now?
The state of music in general, tell you the truth, man, it's got a lot of pros. It's got a few cons, but it's got a lot of pros. I enjoy the fact that radio is no longer, well, at least in my view, is no longer the supreme thing when it comes to finding the music that you want to listen to. I'm really enjoying the whole iTunes era of online music, where you can just Apple Music, where you can just go and pick out what you wanna listen to. You're not dedicated. You're not mandated to listen to things that you don't particularly like, simply because the only thing that you have is your local radio station. So now you can just go pick. You can tell me something like, yo, you need to go check out so and so. You can tell me something. You need to go check out this chick or whatever the case may be, and I can go do it, and I can follow them and start listening to said music. And with that being said, I love the fact that a lot of people are doing a lot of different things when you're going into that type of stuff. It's not just your regular, everyday, straight trap music. I mean, if you want to listen to some soul, check out some soul. So I love it. I love the state of music right now.
All right. So, what do you feel about this? Probably your lane. What did you feel about the state of the female rappers?
I'm 50-50.
Let's start with the bottom 50.
Yeah, say that's probably my lane. That's more my lane. Yo, I work, first of all, let the record show that I work with more than just female artists. But I understand, me going doing my thing with the females, because just a quick side note, females bring a lot more emotions to the game. And that's why I enjoy working with them a lot more. Because you can go from being hard as a female, and then you can do sincere records as a female, then you can do sexy records as a female. Where most of the time when I'm dealing with dudes, everybody want to be hard. And, and don't get it twisted, being hard is tight sometimes, but, everybody being hard is, just kind of one lane, one dimension. So, but going back to the initial question, You said the bottom 50 first. It's just
Trash.
saturated with sex. It's saturated with sex. And sex isn't the only thing that's there, that's out there.
Why is that? Why do you think that the female artists are being pushed to do the sex records?
I mean, in the simplest form, there's a few things, but in the simplest form, it's money. As the old saying goes, the song I did with DGK, sex sells, and it does. So if you're in the business of making money, then you're going to go that route, the best route that you can do of revenue, and that's pretty much what it's all about when you're talking about the record business. So yeah, that's in a nutshell.
Okay. Give me 3 of your bottom 50 you would consider bottom 50.
What artists? I don't want to go as far as to say the bottom, because apparently they do have followers, and there's a lot of people that like them, and they have they got something going on. So who am I to say, yo, you in the bottom half, or your music is garbage or trash? I might not listen to it or resonate with it, put it that way. But I mean, the popular choice would be Sexy Red, or Ice Spice, or whatever the case may be. That would be the popular choice. But the reality of it is, they got fans, and what you gonna do? I mean, who am I to say no, don't make that money, even though millions of people wanna endorse you and pay and whatever the case may be, and there might be millions that don't like you, but there's millions to be made doing what you do.
So, question: Is it about the money or is it about the culture?
Well,
how do you separate the two, or do you separate the two?
You separate the two, but we can't choose who. We can't choose. I can't choose what you do or what you want to do, or I can't choose what Kia wants to do, or I can't choose what my man wants to do. I can't choose what you want. Like when I go to a club, or when I think about having a good time and doing all those different things, there's a certain genre of music that I like. And other people, it's like, when Sexy Red comes on, everybody turned up. I can't say, no, you shouldn't be turned up to this. This music is garbage. No, you think that it's tight. I personally don't think that it's valuable to me as far as the culture. I think that a lot of it is tearing down the culture. And I personally think that there's a lot of other people that we don't hear about, or that we don't hear a lot about, that protect the culture and is good for the culture. And I know we always throwing up this name, but we got to say it, because she's still underground, but she's known, and that's oh God, ugh, damn, what's the girl? Just dropped the joint about a year ago. Golly, name is right on the tip of my tongue. See, we don't even say it that much. But conscious rapper, somebody that's good for the culture, female Rhapsody. Yeah. Rhapsody. And she's like the prototype now for what hip hop is supposed to be when you're a female. But that's my lane. Some people can't resonate. I mean, I can't. Yeah.
A lot of the youngins can't relate to it.
Yeah, they can't resonate with that. And who am I to say no? You shouldn't want to turn up in that capacity. I mean, hey, that's on them. But when it comes to me, we could do well with a little less sexiness, or ratchetness, I should say, because sexiness is always good.
They done turned Glorilla out. Man, she's starting to twerk.
No. I used to like her. What's her name? Scarlett.
Oh, Scarlett, they turned her out.
Rhapsody. It's a tough thing. It's a tough thing, but it's obvious that there's a place for that right now in hip hop, because if it wasn't, people wouldn't be buying it. It's a place for it.
It's forced, but that's another story.
No doubt. No doubt.
Who would you like to produce for? Any Who would you like to put?
Oh man, I mean, a lot of people. There are people. I would love to do album or anything with Jadakiss, Carmen. Yo, I would love to do a track with Nicki Minaj. But when Nick first came out, before she became Nicki Minaj, she was dope, and she was mad dope, and so I would like to take her back to that era of what she was doing on, and all that kind of good stuff. I would like to put some boom back, behind Nicki Minaj and let the world see that she can flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that before California done got to it.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because the thing they doing with a lot of the female rappers, like I said, they come out, they hit hard, but next thing you know, they talking about booty hole and you know what I mean. Like, what the fuck? How we get hit? You know what I mean? Yeah. So one minute we rocking, the kid listen to it. Whoa, got positive. You know what I'm saying? So I think they can be more impactful. Like I said, they go back to the basic and keep hip hop for exactly what it is.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what
I mean? The good part about it for me is I like the fact that hip hop is evolving. Now I don't like where it always goes, but I like the fact that hip hop evolves, and it's not the hip hop that I grew up on. It's not the hip hop.
So who pushing the button? Who's pushing the button? Like, we just gonna do a whole bunch of ratchets.
Old white men. I mean, it's old white men who had nothing to do or as far away from the culture as possible. How
did that happen? How did all the conscious records that used to be on the radio are now non-existent?
To me, it goes. It's like the Bible says. It's not that money is the root of all evil. It is the love of it. And the love of money says somebody who does not care about hip hop, all they care about is the money that they can get from hip hop, will say, hey, what's the top on the charts right now? And when it was Lil Kim and Foxy Brown, that's what we going to do. We going to go with Lil Kim and Foxy Brown. When it was X-Clan and Chuck D, that's what we going to go with. But then when one slips through the crack, and I'm not saying it was a bad thing, but when Snoop came along, it became about the Chronic. It became about Doggy Style. It became about gin and juice. As in the words of Chuck D, I don't know if he exactly said this, but it's like, we went from Fight the Power to gin and juice in like a 3-year slide. 3 years, we was yelling Fight the Power, and in 3 years, we rolling down the street smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice, and it just kept going. With my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And it just kept going. It just kept going. So now X-Clan is a thing of the past. I probably kids today, and I ain't gonna say kids, if you're in your 20s, maybe in your 30s, you might not even know who the fuck X-Clan is. You might not even know who Poor Righteous Teachers is. You might not even know who none of these cats are. You just might not know because it's been swept under the rug. I just schooled somebody, I ain't even gonna say her name, but on the show, it was and it's not a bad thing, it's not but didn't know who KRS-One was. And so it's like, damn, what the hell?
You don't know who KRS is.
Well, it's a different generation. And if our people who came from that era is not pushing that, then how the hell are younger people coming behind us going to know? It's kind of like that whole thing where they was talking about the South and like how the South they hang on to their legends. You got Outkast performing with UGK. You got T.I. performing with the younger cast that's coming up in the South. The East Coast, the old school hip hop, niggas was like, fuck them. It was like, once you get old, once Rakim got old, niggas wasn't saying, come hop on my record, Rakim. Niggas wasn't saying, come hop on my record, Big Daddy Kane. Niggas wasn't saying, hop on my record, KRS-One. You old. And so they never got introduced to the new culture. And so once we hit that slope, what they say, it's a slippery slope. Once we hit that slope, it just kept on going. So it's like, where you think we going to end up at if we allow all of that stuff to come through? So everything is elevated, or evolution, I should say. And so after you do gin and juice, after you do dope man, after you do, we go through the whole Luke era. After you go through, where's there else to go? There's Little Kim.
But here's my question, man. I travel out the city, and it's not playing a racial card, but I've never ever seen a Jewish girl with some thongs on showing or talking about, booty clapping. It's always they put that shit on our people, man.
No doubt, no doubt.
Us, you feel me?
No doubt.
That shit is enough, yo.
No doubt. Well, it ain't too many Jewish chicks with ass, but but I understand where you coming from. But that's the whole thing with our hip hop culture. It's like people like to look in the mirror at hip hop. And then they look at what's going on and be like, oh, then they go back and they do it and they go have fun with it. And then they leave us with the after effects. Right. And that's how that thing goes.
And they watch our shit just crumble.
Yeah. And then they moving on to the next big thing, the next popular thing.
One of the worst things they ever did was came out with those fake butts and the BBWs. Man, that just smell like green eggs and ham, man.
Wow.
It's bad because
it's not saying I am.
It's plastic for one, and then it clogs the arteries and stuff. So, your body got natural gas we're supposed to release. A lot of that shit, it stays up in there, man. And they drinking like, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
But it goes back to the same thing we were talking about. It's all about the look. I want to look on the outside. I don't want to feel hip hop. I don't want it in my blood. I just want to look at it and be like, ooh, and then go back. That's why you see all these people, the newest thing at Crip walking. Yo, you got Asians, you got white folks, you got all these people on video, and everybody talking about Crip walking. It's like 7, 18 Crip walking at the same time. And nigga, that's gang culture.
Right.
But it's fun to you.
But they don't even know where it came from.
Right. Because it's just fun. That's all it is. It's fun. And when the next thing comes, that's what they gonna do.
Yeah.
So that old white man at the top of the record label and the music industry, the put the videos on MTV and MTV2 and BET and all, those are the people who look at it and say, it's money. I'm looking at this on a financial thing, not necessarily for this culture that y'all call hip hop. They're not worried about that. And tell you the truth, I don't expect them to be.
Right.
Because I'm not worried about what they doing, what they doing. I'm not worried about the yacht club. I'm not worried about none of that. And they not worried about hip hop. They just want to make a buck. And if somebody said to me, yo, Rube Rice, if you give me $10 towards the yacht club and I'll give you back 10,000, that's a no-brainer to me. So if somebody says to that old white man, yo, if you invest in $3 million into this thing, you'll get back $300 million. Who's going to say, no, that's for the culture, and I don't want to invade on someone else? Hell no. It's a money deal.
All day.
It's a money deal.
So, tell me about Too Nice.
Well, Too Nice is what it is.
Producing, who's on Too Nice?
Yo, ain't nobody on Too Nice. The last person that was on Too Nice, shout out to my youngest daughter, Trobino, who was on Too Nice for a good minute. And now she's out there, doing her own thing now. And, trying to make her moves and find her way. And congratulations on her growth. But other than that, man, Too Nice is an entity that is about making, I finally built it to a place where I can do what I want to do.
How long
work
did
with
that
who
take?
I want to work. Yeah, work with who I want to work with.
It took a minute.
It did. But it's been that way for the last 10 or so years. I would have to say that. I work with who I want to work with. It's not necessarily about the money. It's about people taking things serious. And what I've known and gathered from my time in this industry is that money is a great motivator for people to take things serious. I've never had anybody come to me if I done it for free or if I done it for really cheap. Everybody and their mama comes up with an excuse why they can't get their project and all that stuff done and come to the studio and move. Your mother always died. Your father always died. The dog always done died. You about to get evicted. Something tragic always happens when I do it for free. But when I charge you money, and I mean nobody, and when I say nobody has ever flaked out when I charge money. because now they've invested in it and they don't want to lose their money. And so with that being said, I just look at serious people. I try to make great deals with the people that I'm working with, and I just go from there. So Baltimore-wise, a nice female rapper, nice female rapper by the name of Sister D, who's been around for a minute, but she's never done an album. I'm actually working on her album right now. We are 5 songs deep. She's about to drop an EP. Just shot a video for her on Wednesday down at Woo Wednesdays. Doing that. And most of my stuff, not to get too deep, is overseas. I work with a partner of mine. Her name is Mahogany Ayada Reside. She is a writer, a poet, and an actor, but she writes a lot of lyrics. I produce the songs that she writes, and we sell them and we pitch them to artists from overseas. So you'll hear a lot of my stuff in Brazil, South Africa, Australia, Spain, all over Europe, man. So that's my thing as far as producing now. So you might not hear me here on Baltimore in the local scene like, oh, Rube Rice is tearing it up, or who's up for producer of the year, where's Rube Rice? You might not see me here, but overseas and outside of this city, things are going real great for me. All praise to God.
So, what I'm about to do, just give me, when I name these people, I just want you, whatever comes to your mind, just say one word.
Oh, damn. All right.
One word.
All right.
Ready?
I think so.
Let's go. Drake.
Cool.
Okay. Lil Wayne.
Dope.
Literally.
Wow.
Jada Kiss.
Awesome.
Mayor of New York, Eric Adams.
I feel sorry for you, son.
Yeah, what you got into?
I feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. That's the one word.
Okay, Kamala Harris.
Interesting.
Trump.
Doubly interesting. Doubly interesting.
So who you want to vote for?
I am leaning towards at this particular moment in Kamala. I believe that the presidency is not one person. It's a regime. They call it an administration. I call it shit a regime. And it's about what your regime is going to do. It's not necessarily the person that's going to come in and do what they say that they're going to do.
Cool.
Only thing I look at the president as a fixture of who you want to be. And I don't respect how Donald Trump looks to me. I don't think that he is I don't think he's virtuous. I don't think that he's truthful. Well, you know what? Let me take that back. I think he just blows a lot of steam, and he's a rebel rouser. And his personality and his take and his speech when it comes to black people, I don't like. It's a dog whistle of racism to me, and that's just to me. And I am of the belief that every politician lies. So I'm not saying that that she's honest and that he's true and he's dishonest. I just think she's a better representation of a human being. There you go. So right now I'm leaning towards Kamala Harris.
Okay.
But I am an independent, so I'm not a Democrat or Republican. So I want y'all to come for me. Like, this nigga.
We're going to talk about you when you're leaving.
It's crazy though, because when I used to be a Democrat, I was pissed because a lot of niggas, fuck it. A lot of niggas was they just dumb and they're ignorant, and it makes you sound like a right-winged, far-right Republican, because it's like, yo, are you that stupid? That you want to think that there's one party who actually believes in you? No. Everybody has their agenda. One just smiles at you and the other one straight frowns at you. That's it. Because after they get us out here fighting and all that shit, these niggas eating steak dinners together, drinking and having parties, and we out here ready to rip each other down. You what Trump? You with what they call Kamala? So I mean, you know, that's just
Kamala.
Yeah, you know, but I mean that's what they say. You know,
Kamala.
Yeah, Kamala. So don't beat
That
me
was
up.
part of my question that I wanted to ask.
That's what you've been waiting for the whole time, huh? Nigga, who you voting for?
They said it's two wings of the same bird.
So, give us real quick your intakes on Baltimore hip hop.
I don't know too much about Baltimore hip hop no more, which is kind of good. So I would like it that way, because if I did, most of the people that I know have been rapping and singing and producing for a really long time. And so I'm glad it's a lot. It seems to be a lot of new blood out there. I looked at last year the Baltimore Crown Awards for like the artist, and I looked over the list of the votes, and I swear to goodness, I didn't know half the people that was on there, and I kind of like that, you know.
And I still wasn't on there.
Well, oh my God, look at me, you like the Little Richard of I did all this and I still don't get no recognition. I mean, look, I think that your reputation speaks for itself. You know, and like I was trying to tell my man E. Digger a few years ago, you know, it's not about the awards. It's not about the credit or whatever the case may be. As long as the people that I've worked with, you know, respond to me the way that they do, you know, when they call me a genius, or when they say, yo, you one of the dopest, or you a legend, you know, I'm satisfied with that. Now, I am speaking from a point of view where I've gotten a lot of awards. So, but even with that being said, the best part of it is when they be like, yo, I need this and I need that. Oh, you should go to Rube because he did this and he did that. Oh yeah, he did this. So, you know, there's a lot of artists in my catalog that I work with, and you know, I've just been having a ball. So today, got a lot of new faces out there that I don't know, and I like that. I like that. And to tell you the truth, and there's no disrespect to anybody like Kia or anybody of the like. If Kia was still getting nominated today, you know, for FemC of the year, it's like, yo, have we been moving? Have we been moving? I mean, we've been at the Crown Awards since 2008. And 20 years later, niggas who was getting awards back then still getting awards now. It's like, God damn. It's like, yo, Rube Rice was up for Producer of the Year this year. What the hell have we been doing? That a nigga who been producing since 1998 is still up for awards 30 years later. I'm not saying it can't happen, but, you know, I like the forward movement that Baltimore hip hop is on. I like that.
Okay.
Shout out to Third World. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Yeah. What up, Pat? Because I know you watching. So, Rube, we're going to end this out. Tell everybody how they can connect with you on your social media and what you got next.
Nah, y'all niggas can't connect with me. I don't want y'all to connect with me. If y'all happen to see me in the street, that's where you find me. I don't want you calling me. I don't want you emailing me. What you need to do is go to the dude or the dudette that I was working with, and you get my information from them. Other than that, man, you catch me when you catch me, see me when you see me. Shout out to Wisdom Court Entertainment. Billy Live, my man.
Yeah.
So that's what y'all need to go to.
See? There you go.
All right, y'all, Baltimore Buzz. We'll be right back.
That's what it is. Woo! Hey, I like that. Y'all get out there? What's up? Thanks for rocking with you.